The Edge is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on your car insurance. And Ocean Downs. We set the pace.
Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of The Edge right here on Beach TV. I'm Tom Perlazzo, and today I've got another Ravens expert, Mike Bradley from 105.7. Is that right?
That's
Fan?
Right. Mm-hmm. That's correct.
He's even got his Ravens stuff on today. Bucksy, I know you're out there listening. Big John, hey, we got another Ravens report coming up. So let's talk Ravens football right now. Mike,
Okay.
It's preseason. What do you think about the Ravens?
Well, it's an exciting time for the Ravens right now. They've got some fresh faces on offense and defense as well, and they cut some longtime guys like Derek Mason and Todd Heap, but I think they're going in a youth movement, trying to get faster and quicker, and it's going to be exciting to see what the offense can do this year. I think they may get off to a slow start, but I think by year's end, you could see an offense that's probably a little bit different than we're used to be seeing in Baltimore.
Well, I'm worried about that slow start because I've got a bet September 11th with Bucksy. I don't want to be wearing a Steeler jersey here, so what do you think about that game? I mean, it's a tough game, but we're home.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see with the reduced practice time and with the lack of OTAs for the rookies. That is, they don't have mini camps. It could be a tough one, Tom. I got to tell you, I'm kind of leaning the way of Pittsburgh, but you're right. It is a home game in that one for the Ravens, so that should help. And I think the defense though will be improved. So it's going to be one of those nail biter, probably 13 to 10 games. So.
Well, Bucksy, I don't know what to say out there, but I've had two Raven experts out here telling me they're going with the Steelers September 11th. But I'm telling you what, I'm sticking with the Ravens. I've got to do it, and I understand where you're at. But I'm a little worried about wide receiver. I know we picked up Lee Evans, and that should help a lot. But it just seems like we don't throw the ball down the field. Do you expect us to do that this year?
I really do. I think with Lee Evans and Torrey Smith, those are guys that can vertically stretch the field. Also David Reed and Laquan Williams, who's an undrafted free agent out of Maryland. I think these guys, again, by year's end, they're going to make a really solid receiving core, and finally the Ravens will be able to stretch the field.
Well, that's good. A lot of heat on Joe Flacco this year. No matter what happens, he always takes the blame. And, he's got a great cannon. He's been knocked for one read and dump off. So, I hope to see some improvement out of him.
Absolutely. And I think he's finally got the weapons to be able to do so. The big question is going to be, Tom, offensive line. Can they give him enough pass protection? And can that run game improve? They drop by a yard per carry, so that needs to get better this year.
Well, we're hoping the O-line holds up September 11th. Anyway, folks, we'll be right back with the second half of The Edge.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? What, do you live under a rock?
No way. Hey, Rick, check this out.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Bucksy's Salty Dog Saloon, the locals' favorite hometown tavern. Feel the flavor of the bird. From the bird to the beach, Bucksy's is your home away from Pittsburgh. The Salty Dog's combination of sports, good food at a reasonable price, live entertainment, and creative t-shirt designs all work together to make Bucksy's Salty Dog your hometown sports bar. With some of the best food the beach has to offer. Don't forget to take a piece of the Salty Dog home with you. Visit our store to get all the Bucksy's Salty Dog goods.
Hey, amigos, it's time to go to La Hacienda. Yeehaw! There's plenty of free parking here, too, eh? La Hacienda, Ocean City's favorite place for enchiladas, burritos, fajitas, and the best margaritas in town. So, amigos, come join our fiesta. La Hacienda, 80th Street and Coastal Highway, Ocean City's best Mexican restaurant.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the second half of The Edge. Again, I'm Tom Perlazzo. Special guest today, Mike Bradley. Mike, listen, we've talked about the Ravens in the first half of the segment. There are a few other teams that we root for down here, as much as we don't want to talk about them. But, hey, the Philadelphia Eagles, they seem to be the team to beat. At least that's the hype that's out there. What do you think about that?
Right. No, I tell you what, the front office has done a great job in putting together a much improved defense, I think, with Babin and with Cullen Jenkins, and obviously with the corners they've got with Cromartie and Asante Samuel and Nnamdi Asomugha. I think they've improved a lot better on that side of the ball. well, that is. And I think Tom's going to be interested to see what Mike Vick can do a full season. Teams have tape on him. He needs to stay in the pocket and avoid taking some of those hits. But the Eagles, no doubt, they should have a nice run to the Super Bowl. Good possibility.
Well, I watched that Steelers-Eagles preseason game. They don't say, that the preseason matters too much, but I think it does count for something. And, there's a typical example of how a good team can go night and day. Mike Vick made a few bad decisions trying to force something in. But, I am excited about the Eagles, too. I think they're going to have a great season this year. And, again, I'm worried about these other local teams. And, but what about the Washington Redskins? That's really what I'm getting to. Billy Herbst, I know you're listening. Billy Carter, you're out there. The Redskins, they look good in preseason, but can they do it in a regular season?
Well, the big question, of course, is going to be quarterback. I mean, whether it's John Beck or Rex Grossman, it looks to be John Beck. He's still going to be the fourth best quarterback in that division. So, I mean, that's going to be the big question mark. I think slowly but surely they're putting together a pretty good team there, pretty good defensively. They still have some parts to work on offensively. But it's going to come down to the quarterback, I think, with the Skins this year.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see that battle between Rex Grossman and John Beck. And we're going to find out if Daniel Snyder, I cannot believe you didn't take Terrell Pryor in the supplemental draft. But anyway, it is going to be a tough. I'm not sure what Washington's going to do this year, but I like the NFC East, and I think it's a tough division. I mean, I don't know who you like coming out of there, but the Cowboys, the Giants.
I mean, you got to give the edge obviously to the Eagles, but I think the Cowboys will be a close second there, and the Giants will be better than what people expect. But it's going to be a little bit rougher year than what Giants fans are used to.
Well, it's kind of interesting. We'll find out what's going to happen in this NFL. I know you like the Ravens in the AFC, but let's go with the Eagles in the NFC there. We'll be right back for the Geico Sports Minute.
Ocean Downs Racetrack in Berlin brings you all the excitement of the thoroughbred racing experience in the comfort of one of America's premier off-track betting parlors. Watch live simulcast racing from all the top tracks on our video wall and monitors. Ocean Downs also features wagering tables with individual TV monitors. Place your bets with our friendly attendants or at one of our automated kiosks. Enjoy a great meal or snack with your favorite drink from our full-service restaurant and bar. Ocean Downs in Berlin. We set the pace.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Geico Sports Minute, where you can log on to www.geico.com and save hundreds on your car insurance, your boat insurance, or whatever insurance you need out there. If you gamble, they might even have that kind of insurance too. But anyway, listen, we talked football the first couple of segments, and it's hard to say. I know it's really early. There's only been a few preseason games. Who do you like who's out there you like to see in the Super Bowl? I mean, who do you think is going to
I tell you, I know a team that gets picked a lot, and they've come short of expectations, but you got to like the San Diego Chargers. Phillip Rivers, one of the best quarterbacks. Vincent Jackson's now back with them. They re-signed Malcolm Floyd. Ryan Matthews going into his second year at running back, and a good secondary. Bob Sanders can stay healthy. You look at that secondary, is very good with Eric Weddle and Antonio Cromartie. So I like the Chargers. I think this could be their year this year.
The Chargers. Wow. I mean, look, I know we got a couple seconds here, but look, what about the Patriots? And, they come out every year. They're hot as a firecracker. Tom Brady, he looks terrific again. They got the backup quarterbacks and Ryan Mallett. Everything's clicking on all cylinders. Is Rex Ryan right? Can anybody beat the Patriots?
Yeah, well, it's going to be tough. I think they'll be right there as well. I think the question is going to be still a young defense. Can they take that to a Super Bowl caliber level? And they still have issues rushing the passer.
Well, there you got it, folks. If you're looking for a Super Bowl, obviously we're taking the Ravens, but he likes the San Diego Chargers. So long, and we'll see you next week.
The Edge is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on your car insurance. And Ocean Downs. We set the pace.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? What, do you live under a rock?
No way. Hey, Rick, check this out.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.